to commissions and to partnerships throughout the year. And one of them came about as we were introducing ourselves and myself as the latest executive director. This is going to be my fourth festival. So we were meeting with all of our elected officials, and we met with Commissioner Rebecca Clay Flores, and instead of us asking her, oh, can you please help us or fund us or support us, she said, can you do this mural for us? And so that's why we're here today, because we're going to be unveiling this plaque. This mural was produced at the end of January, beginning of February of this year. And it recognizes the sacrifices of the 53 migrants that perished over here on Quintana Road 2 years ago in June, at the end of June. And so we wanted to commemorate the 2-year anniversary of the tragedy, to make sure that we don't forget that happened here in our backyard, in our neighborhood, and also provide healing through the arts, because to us the arts heal. We use the arts to celebrate our achievements, our birthdays, our quinceañeras, our weddings, but we also use the art when we're sad, when we're going through the roughest times of our life. We turn to music, to film, to books, and to look at beautiful fine art and murals that adorn our beautiful artistic city. So we're here today also. We're going to do the blessing of the mural, and also my artists are sick, so I'm not sure if Mauro is coming. I think he's the one I'm waiting on. But everyone, we're seeing spikes in COVID again and all that. So we want to make sure everybody's safe. But if not, we'll present them what we're going to present later on. And again, the importance of supporting local artists. Through the commission that we received, we were able to fund artists so that they continue to live and work here in San Antonio, that they can produce such amazing work of art and be compensated equitably for it. And I think that's really important, and that's part of the arts advocacy that we do at Luminaria. And so I also want to recognize, there's quite a few artists here today that are supporting the cause. So it's not just the muralists, but we have musicians, Rachel and Aaron here, that are going to be performing. We have, Urban 15, George and Catherine Cisneros here. So this is an important cause to them. And Carmen Tafoya, who has received all of the accolades that she deserves. And she's one of our, former state poet laureate, San Antonio poet laureate. Isaac Papa Bear Martinez. Martinez. I'm sorry, why did I say that? Because of Toro. Toro Martinez is Congressman Cuellar's office. Isaac Papa Bear Cárdenas, Tapilan Coahuiltecan elder, also Comanche, and playwright. So, and my staff, of course, I have Christian Moeller here, who's our chief of marketing, Kevin Swanson, who's helping with festival logistics. So we're all here in community, and thank you to the community members that are here today. We appreciate you supporting our efforts. And now I'd like to pass the mic over to Commissioner Rebecca Clay Flores, so she can tell us a little bit more about the purpose of why she thought this was important to commission.
Good morning. There's not a lot of people out here, but y'all can still clap for Yadira and Luminaria. Un fuerte aplauso para todo el trabajo que ellos hacen para la comunidad. Para los que no me conocen, soy Rebecca Clay Flores, su comisionada del condado para servirles. I'm Rebecca Clay Flores. I'm your Bexar County Commissioner, Precinct 1. And this is just, first of all, it's beautiful, right? And the fact that when we talked about this, she worked to get some local artists, and coincidentally, 2 of the artists graduated from Breckenridge High School. Yay, I'm a proud Breckenridge alum. And so we need to allow to support for our artists, and we need to allow them to create in the ways they create it. The only thing I told them was make sure purple's in there for Breckenridge High School. And I wanted the 3 flags somehow in the mural. The idea of putting them on the backpacks. And those are the 3 flags of Mexico. I have dual citizenship with Mexico. Guatemala and Honduras. Those are the countries represented by the victims of the 53 migrants who were tragically found here in our county. So it's really important that we recognize there's so much national rhetoric, and also here in the great state of Texas by our governor, anti-immigrant bashing. And we forget often that this land was Mexico. And so there's a saying that we didn't cross the border crossed us. And I can't help to think, I was just in Berlin this summer, and I was in the multilingual program at SAISD, so I took German for 5 years. And so for 5 years as a kid, I studied about German history and culture. And so it was really important for me to, when I was in Germany, to go to Berlin and to see the remnants of the Berlin Wall that had fallen. And it was really emotional for me, and I thought about this. Because we have, over history, recent history, we have walls that divided countries and that were taken down. Yet here, 2 hours south of us, they think it's a good idea to build a wall that will only continue to divide people, divide us as global citizens. And I wanted to make sure that this mural was here at one of our parks. This is a really popular park, not just in my precinct, but in Bexar County, because people come here to celebrate life. And it's my hope that when people come here for celebrations and community events and 5Ks and birthdays and anniversaries, that they stop for a moment and think about the privilege that they have living in this community, the privilege that we have as Americans, as Texans, that we can celebrate life, and to stop for a moment to recognize that people don't just make this journey because they feel like it. I can't begin to imagine the pain, the things that people are fleeing from in their homes, that they risk lives to come to this country. Yet sometimes we seem to take that for granted. So it was really important for me to make sure that we do this so that we don't forget and that we honor the memory of the 53 victims who risked their lives. This is something that's very present in my life. Many of you know that every Saturday for the last 2 years, I do a worship service at the Migrant Center on San Pedro. And so I am constantly reminded, and I constantly hear about the migrants who are traveling through and hearing their stories. So this is something that's very present in my life, but I want to make sure that it remain present in the lives of this community. So I want to thank Yadira for taking this. When I first talked to her, she did not hesitate, and for getting it done. We talked about the time frame, and we know that for artists and murals, January, February is a difficult time. Most people aren't commissioning them, so we planned that so that we can continue to support local arts. And I am just so grateful for this community that we know how to embrace not just people who are from here and people who live here, but even people who are passing through. So I hope that this mural serves as a reminder of the work that we have yet to do as global citizens. And instead of focusing on everything that divides us, we think of the things that unite us as human beings. I also want to give a shout out to our facilities guys who helped to put this in. Fuerte aplauso! To our facilities guys who helped to put this out. And of course, Parks, who allowed me to do this and continues to support and keeps our parks safe. So thank you so much for being here.
Commissioner, we want to present to you a photograph of the mural
Oh,
for
wow,
your office.
thank you.
So you'll always remember.
Thank you so much.
that this is
Really
here.
appreciate that. Thank you.
Thank you. And next, so now we want to unveil the plaque. We wanted to, put our stamp on it that when people come over, they can come and view it. I'm too short. Who would like to do the honors?
I don't want to. All right, wait, we gotta do a countdown. Come on, this is the South Side. Come on, Spanish. Aloha! 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 Cut. Okay, we're gonna work on everything was. Well, let's just hold it. It needs to go up a little bit higher. I'm sorry, can someone grab this, please? Here. Is it straight? Okay, we'll take care of this. Yeah. Well, we can read it. Would you like to read it? Yeah. Sacrificios by Luminaria. Bexar County Commissioner Rebecca Clay Flores. I spelled my name right. Yay! commissioned Illuminati in the fall of 2023 to create a mural in memory of the 53 Quintana Road victims, considered the deadliest human trafficking tragedy in the country. The mural was completed in February of 2024 by local artists Adrian de la Cruz, lead artist Andrea Rivas, and Mauro de la Tierra, under the direction of your very own Yadira Lozano, Executive Director of Luminaria.
We'll get it to you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Are y'all good? Okay.
We'll put this up.
That's got tape.
We'll have a Parks. Parks will take care of this.
Okay. So we still have a little bit more program for you guys today. Mauro. I know I saw Mauro pull up. Has he not come down? Okay, so I want to introduce to you our favorite, I shouldn't say favorite, right? One of our elders in the arts community, someone we admire, that we, every time she speaks, we learn something new, we feel something special. So I really wanted her to be here today, and she's really taken time to process the information about how this mural came about, and she's here to recite a few words for us today. Carmen Tafoya. Dr. Carmen Tafoya, I'm sorry.
Thank you. Thank you, Yadira, and thank you, Commissioner Clay Flores, for supporting this. Thank you to the National Parks. I mean, this has been, okay, this has got to tighten up. Somebody just, there you go. Thank you. This has been a very special opportunity, I think, for all of us to consider the impact of these news items. They're not just news items. They're expressions of our history and they're expressions of our humanity. So this mural, for me, represents a lot. It represents the patterns of human migration. This is what we as human beings have done over the centuries, over the millennia. So for me, it was important to write a poem in the voices of the migrants, not looking at them in a third person, but speaking and hearing their own voices. The poem is called The Journey a los 53 Almas Soñadoras. We were on our way, crossing the borders of possibilities, undertaking the journey of dreams, reaching out our hands to help our families, to send home our wages and our sweat and a few forward steps towards those dreams. We were on our way, praying that we could reach our destinations, traveling to where there might be hope for a job, a meal, safety for our children, an education. We were on our way, carrying the bendiciones of our loved ones, the esperanzas of many hearts. Like monarch butterflies, we would fly above all borders, cross beyond all limitations. We would dream and reach and soar, moving, 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 never giving up, swimming against the stream like salmon in a strong current, stepping forward in hopeful caution like deer in the mesquital, desperate to go wherever we might find a way, and where there is no door, we seek a window, or a tunnel, or a truck. Who was to know we would be betrayed by our guides, abandoned by our drivers, rejected by our desired country? Locked in the metal walls of a sweltering truck, we scratched and clawed and broiled until the metamorphosis began. We became butterflies. We left the chrysalis and flew free, boundless souls, bold and brave and beautiful, still journeying on our dreams, but now high above, we fly. We fly like the cycles of nature, like the tides of monarchs. And the generations that follow us will carry our hope, our dreams, our commitment, our wings of beauty and new worlds. Adelante, monarchs, for we are yet to reach our greatest mission in search of the American dream, in search of freedom. for all.
Everything's falling today.
Gravity's Thank you so much, Dr. Tafoya. That was beautiful. Next, we are doing the blessing with Isaac Papa Bear. Grab it.
Chi'il Minam. Good day. Buen día. Johnny Apam Ilikama. Biya. Pajiti. Maka tuku pakat. Aits. O atsi. Chum. Pa. Tista. Laka. Kawa maka. Kawa. Biya. Jushi. Tazo. Creator. Father, Son, Holy Spirit. I ask you, all of these companions, brothers, sisters, grandmothers, relatives, that we remember the care, their blood, that we remember the love that they had for each other and the love that brought them here. We ask you to remember all of those strong hearts and never be forgotten. Creador, queremos darles bendición a todos los tías, amigos, hombres, mujeres, hermanos, hermanas y los niños, y que pensamos en la sangre de ellos que cargaron con la noche y los días que pasaron en este viaje a llegar aquí, este lugar que dicen Wanaka, Wapupaco, Yanawana, que les dicen San Antonio, Texas. Da la bendición y el amor a estos espíritus. Creator, we ask you to welcome all of these people to Wanaka, Wapupaco, Yanawana, commonly known as San Antonio. We have been here for a millennium. Our people have guarded the sacred medicines and the sacred ways and caretakers for a millennium. Even before it was the United States, even before it was other names, it'll always be Yanawana to our people. Remember that when this sage is burnt, that it will bless all of us and those in heaven. Cuando vamos a quemar este incenso, esas hierbas buenas, que este humo, ellos lo van a recibir. Y hoy en la noche, a lo mejor agarramos una, como la hoja del maíz, y ponemos agua, y un grano de cada cosa que vamos a comer, y vas afuera, y le pones en fuego, o le pones en la tierra, para que ellos puedan comer. Ellos tienen que comer con el humo para que regresa. So maybe tonight you take a corn shuck, you put water in it, you put something of every little food that you ate this night, or breakfast. You wrap that corn shuck, and you take it outside, and maybe you have a fire, or you bury it. Because we believe that first man and first woman has a long table for them that they will be able to eat. So when we do that, when we destroy the food, it is destroyed, but it's taken up to the heavens so they can eat. A wonderful way to remember them always, their favorite foods. Esta gente viene con la esperanza, una vida nueva. Ellos no están quitando los trabajos, como dicen la prensa muchas veces. Ellos toman trabajos que nadie quiere hacer. But we hear that the people that are coming over are relatives, that they're taking away jobs from people here in the United States. No, They're taking jobs that no one wants to do anymore because they are strong. They have heart. They have spirit. And they have love. Porque ellos tienen fe, amor, esperanza. Y también ellos dan por el trabajo que hacen aquí. Piensan en esta gente porque ahora es ellos. A lo mejor mañana son nosotros. Today it's them. Maybe tomorrow it will be us. So I will bless this whole and everything be good. Let their spirits live. Ellos son buenos. Los espíritus viven. Que a reconocer nuestra gente. Con los ojos, con las almendras. Con el pie como el barro de la tierra. And we remember all our brothers and sisters with the skin of the earth clay, with the eyes of almonds. And we remember them always. That one day we will connect with them. And this migration, they follow the butterflies. I find it interesting that the Camino Real, or the King's Road, is really a Native American trail that goes from the Alaskans all the way down to Tierra del Fuego. But we don't teach that. My children know that, my grandchildren. Tenemos que reconocer que todos estos lugares, que todos esos caminos, como el camino del rey, de los españoles, son caminos de nuestros nativos de Alaska hasta Tierra del Fuego. No se olviden esa historia. Y ojalá que gente que sienten estas palabras de las poetas, de los artistas, podemos seguir y tener una buena amistad con todos los humanos. La última cosa es una canción para que ellos pueden bailar y pueden sentir que nunca los vamos a olvidar ellos. Continúo, Heyana, Ezeyana, Anawana, Tapilam, Wanakao, Topako, Now, everyone sing this song. I'm going to give it to you. That brings peace and harmony. The word is wayo, wayo. In our language, in Pajalate, it means I cry. Wayo, 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 wayo. Yo lloro por triste, yo lloro por gozo, wayo, 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 wayo. I cry for sad, I cry for joy, wayo, 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 wayo. spirits were here. Telling me, it's over. Tamok, thank you.
We can do some photos and some interviews, and then we have one more presentation and some music. So if there's anyone that needs to grab the commissioner, you can definitely do that now. And we'll take some pictures up here with everybody. With Dr.
With everyone who participated in the program, we just want a picture with the plaque. Since the plaque is down, we might as well take pictures with it. Dr. Tafoya?
Sure.
Just use a stick mic just to be safe.
You're getting the picture.
All right. It'll be on already.
My face is melting.
Everybody big smile, look straight at the camera. Here we go. 1, 2.